CapCut just added something called director mode. And honestly, it completely changes Video Studio. You give it one sentence and it creates an entire short film. Screenplay, characters, environments, cinematic clips, music, captions, all generated automatically. When I covered CapCut's AI video generator before, a lot of you mentioned the credits in the comments, so this time I paid much closer attention to them. I tested the full workflow, so you know exactly what it costs when people burn through credits without realizing it, and whether this thing is actually worth using. I'm Agnes, and I'm here to help you master CapCut, the easy way. Let's jump in. Open CapCut Video Studio on the desktop. Click the Mode selector in the bottom right corner. You will see Standard and Director. Standard is the storyboard workflow you already know: scenes, narration, edit more, full timeline, with all your layers when you're done. Switch to Director and the prompt field changes to enter ideas, scenes or screenplay for your short drama or film. That already tells you something. This isn't asking for a script topic. It's asking for a story. And that's the real difference. The tool is impressive. Standard hands you an editable project. Director mode delivers a finished, merged file. No edit more, no timeline underneath it. What the agent produces is your finished film. And that's why every stage of this process matters. You'll see exactly what I mean. Type your story idea into the prompt field. A sentence or two is enough and hit send. Once it processes, 3 options appear on the canvas. Start with character design, draft a script, turn my ideas into a short drama. You can take any of those paths directly, but in this tutorial we are staying in the chat because the agent does something useful before anything generates. It comes back with a full production proposal: asset ratio, target duration, image model for characters and environments, and video model for clips. Check the asset ratio. If it's not 16:9 for YouTube, change it. Check the asset image model. If it's not 𝗙𝗔𝗙𝗢𝗔𝗧𝗢𝗥 5.0, change it as well because it handles character consistency better, and that matters a lot in this workflow. Type your changes directly in the chat in plain language, and the agent updates and reconfirms. When it all looks right, say yes to start with these settings, and the agent immediately starts writing the screenplay. The agent just negotiated the whole production with you before touching anything. 0 credits spent. Before generating a single image, the agent writes a full screenplay from your idea and places it as a document on the canvas. You will see a title, character names, biographies, locations, props described, and the full screenplay from one sentence. This is seriously impressive. If anything needs changing, type it in the chat and the agent rewrites it. I just leave it as it is. When you're satisfied, just approve it in the chat so it starts generating characters and environments. We need to confirm 1 credit here. As you can see, this is where it stops feeling like an image generator and starts feeling like an actual production pipeline. Quick one before we carry on. If you want free access to use in your edits right now, there is a free creator starter pack at 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘. You get horizontal mattes, social media mattes, outline frames, an Apple log lot, and 15 CapCut FX tutorials. Each one is under a minute and designed to create the scroll-stopping visual hooks that make people stop and watch. All free, and links in the description. Now it asks you to confirm another 9 credits. I click confirm, so now we used 10 credits so far. For what comes next, that's honestly nothing. Now watch the canvas fill in. Character sheets for every named character, face portraits, full body references, multiple angles, environment images for every location, props for every story state in the screenplay. It's amazing. All generated from what was written without any additional input from you. When it's done, check each character, scene, and prop. You need to confirm another 2 credits for some extra props. Then you're asked whether you are happy with the assets or if any adjustments should be made. It all looks pretty impressive to me, so when it looks right, press continue. Every scene generated after this uses these assets as visual reference. 12 credits for the entire pre-production asset library. The quality that comes back honestly looks like concept art from a real film production. This becomes the visual foundation for the entire film. Next, the agent generates storyboard keyframes, still images for each scene, placing the characters into the correct environments. This is where you see why starting with character design matters. Same face, same styling across every scene. That consistency comes from the reference library, not from luck. I confirm the 8 credits and let them generate. It looks like there are 8 scenes being generated here. What I see is pretty good. When they all appear, go through each one. Fix it here, not after video generation. If a keyframe needs changing, click on the card and an edit button will appear. It shows you the full cinematic description that agent wrote automatically for that shot. You can also adjust the model or the quality of the clip. Edit what you need and regenerate that one frame for 1 credit. This looks like the cheapest state to correct problems. Once clips are generated, revisions get costly fast. 8 credits for a complete storyboard. Running total is 20 credits so far. Screenplay, full asset library, every scene framed. Now, before we move forward, I really need you to hear this next part because this is where people get caught out. When you press continue after the keyframes, the agent moves straight into video generation and asks you to confirm credits before anything generates. This is the moment to pay attention. That number can vary widely. In my earlier testing, it came in at 900 credits for 6 clips. 900, yeah. That got my attention too. That's because the agent had chosen longer clips duration, and longer clips cost significantly more. Always check what you're confirming before you click, because that number will catch you completely off guard if you don't. This time is much more expensive. It's 80 credits to confirm for 8 clips, which is not too bad compared to my previous experience. Before confirming, you can always open the settings panel next to auto, where you can adjust the settings. I changed it to video, but you can amend the model, the quality, the aspect ratio, and the duration as well. While clips are generating, click the prompt button on any clip card. You will see the full cinematic brief the agent wrote. Camera specs, film grain, voice attributes, character references. The level of the detail is remarkable. When all clips have been generated, check them before pressing continue. If a clip needs redoing, you can edit and regenerate at this stage, but be aware it costs 10 credits per second. So a 10-second clip costs 100 credits to regenerate. That's where it gets costly fast. And something that genuinely caught me. Each clip comes back with atmospheric audio already built in. Not background music, actual sound that fits the scene, added automatically without you asking for it. For a drama, that completely changes how it feels to watch. After approving the clips, press continue and the agent handles everything automatically, combines all clips, adds a cinematic background music track, synchronizes subtitles to the dialogue and renders the final film. And there are even more options after that. Film grain, a promotional poster from your keyframes or 4K export. I mean, honestly, this thing just doesn't stop. When the final video card appears on the canvas, watch the whole thing.
Maya, stop dragging this out. Your mother left nothing.
She left this house.
And debts. Lots of them.
Mom? Victor forged my death papers. He stole the Whitmore inheritance. Your real name is Maya Whitmore. I was never poor. I was robbed.
Maya, finally. Sign here.
I read Mother's letter.
That letter is fake.
Then why does it have your forged deed number? Because I compared it with Evelyn Whitmore's original will.
Evelyn was unstable. She gave up her name.
Evelyn Whitmore owned this estate. Victor Benedict forged her renunciation after her death.
That letter is fake.
Why does it have 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗘 erased?
I raised her. I deserve something.
You raised me by lying to me. You told me my mother abandoned her family. She died protecting mine.
Maya, think. I am your uncle.
My mother was my family. You were the thief. The court has frozen the sale. The estate is yours. And the first thing I do is keep this house standing. As Maya Bennett, as Maya Whitford. The letter did not give me a life. It gave me back the one that was mine.
When you're ready to export, click download and that's it. What you're downloading is the finished film, music, captions, and it's all baked in. One thing worth mentioning, the captions come straight from the screenplay dialogue, so get that script right at the very beginning, because going back to fix it later costs credits. Mine weren't perfect because I rushed through them. Once that final film is rendered, there's no going back, no edit more, no timeline, everything is baked in. So be thorough. Now, let's talk about the total for this entire project. One sentence to a finished short drama. It cost 100 credits altogether. And honestly, for what you get out of it, that's not bad at all. Now, is it worth it? Yes. But go in with a plan. The screenplay and keyframes are cheap to fix, but if you need to redo a clip, that's where it gets expensive. One tweak becomes another, and suddenly you've spent double. Take each stage seriously, review before you continue, and what comes out the other end is genuinely impressive. If this helped, hit that like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps more creators find our channel. And if you want to see how the standard mode works, I've got a full tutorial on that too. Now go, create something awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.